Hello, my name is Robin Eckhart. I'm an elder at Trinity Reformed Baptist Church, Jackson, Georgia. I'd like to welcome you. If you're possibly considering being a visitor and you're checking out our website, I thought I'd just make this short little video to explain some of the things you might notice when you come to worship on Sunday morning. I want to make a brief statement to help you understand a little bit about why our worship is a little different. We abide by a confession, the 1689 London Baptist Confession. I'm going to read a short section from chapter 2 where the confessional writers describe God. Now, of course, they can't completely describe God. We don't even attempt to do that. He is undescribable in his immenseness and his glory, but let me read this, and then I'll make a comment about why our worship is different. And pay particular attention to the last phrase. Paragraph 2, chapter 2. God, having all life, glory, goodness, blessedness in and of himself, is alone in and unto himself all sufficient, not standing in need of any creature which he has made, nor deriving any glory from them, but only manifesting his own glory in, by, and unto, and upon them. He is alone. He is the alone fountain of all being, of whom, through whom, and to whom are all things. And he hath most sovereign dominion over all creatures, to do by them, for them, or upon them, whatsoever he himself pleases. In his sight all things are open and manifest. His knowledge is infinite, infallible, independent upon the creatures, so as nothing is to him contingent or uncertain. He is most holy in all his counsels, in all his works, and in all his commands. To him, listen, this is important, to him is due from angels and men whatsoever worship, service, or obedience, as creatures are owe to the Creator, and whatsoever he is further pleased to require of them. So when we come to worship, here's the concept. We go to him asking him, how do you want to be worshiped? Rather than saying to him, this is how we're going to worship you. In theological jargon, it's called the regulative principle of worship. We go to the scriptures, that's how he speaks to us today, and we search the scripture to find out what are the ways where he asks us to worship him. And he's been specific in the scriptures, Old Testament and New Testament, how he wants to be worshipped. So this paragraph flavors all of our worship. He is infinite, infallible, independent upon the creature. He doesn't need anything from us. Nothing is contingent or uncertain to him. He is most holy in all his works, in his commands, and to him is due from angels and men, women, boys and girls, whatsoever worship or service or obedience he commands. So that's why worship is plain. We don't have entertainment. We're not looking for things to please us. We're looking to worship in ways that would please him. This language helps us to understand he is beyond our understanding. So we rely on him to explain to us how he should be worshipped. So some might call it plain, unadorned. The elements of worship are, of course, preaching the word, reading the word, public reading of the word, songs, hymns, and spiritual songs, singing to the Lord, congregational singing specifically, prayers, congregational prayers, of course, baptism and the Lord's Supper. We also consider giving a part of worship, but we don't take a time during the worship service to pass a plate or whatnot. We have an offering box in the back, and I'll talk about that later in another video. So these are specific things we do in worship, but we don't add anything more to it. And this is, of course, worship. After the announcement, worship starts to the benediction. That's the end of worship. We hope that worship will be God-centered. It will be glorifying to him and honoring to him. And worship should be with reverence and awe to this great Creator. But you're certainly welcome. And I hope this has been helpful. Thank you.